Welcome back to this absolute hot mess. So, things last time were a little interesting. The party, upon realizing that a judge master was in the city that they had arrived at, attempted to gather some information on the guy or gal that was there to apprehend them, as the party had found out that they had been listed as essentially a small group of terrorists for killing a missionary of the Order of the Crystal, which the party has very quickly found out is a load of shit. And your solution as the party was to turn into frogs and go over the city wall, which you found was much larger than expected. And unfortunately, due to some unforeseen misfortunes and circumstances, Scoria was shot out of the air. Bit of an L. And so, about half the frogs were dropped. The other half making their way back. And you had left Xavier behind in the city of Gapra to basically run interference for you to make sure that you were not pursued, with your ultimate goal being to regroup in Veritas. And so we rejoin. We rejoin the group of frogs that were dropped, where an unconscious Florian and Mocha are being tended to by Mason. Mocha and Florian, I need you two to make me 2 death saves each, as that is the amount of time that will have passed before Mason unfrogged and was able to start tending to your wounds.
How does one make a death save? I've never done one before.
You roll a d20. There is no bonus to it. If you roll,
straight.
Yeah, I'll tell you after you've rolled. Give you a little bit of enjoyable tension, but it's just a straight d20.
Okay, well I know I failed one of them, so smiles.
Well, once you've rolled your first one, please give me the results.
3.
Fail.
Yeah, no shit.
A 16, was it?
Yes.
That's a success. Now roll your second one.
13.
That's a success.
13. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
5, bitch.
So,
Yippee!
Woo!
by the time that Mason's able to get to you both, he ends up using a couple of Phoenix Downs on you to fully restore your health. Well, livability, we'll put it that way. Please set yourselves to 7 hit points each.
7.
So I do believe, let me...
See it there.
Because it's by... It's
I opened
raised.
Roll20, but I didn't open the game.
Oh. I did that as well, actually, I won't lie. I had to be like, oh,
It's a
I actually
good
got
start.
loaded.
Don't worry,
7
it's fine.
From -62 to 7. Heck yeah.
This is what happens when you have a party of neurodivergents.
A party of socially awkward
We-
neurodivergents
We
that...
can't fucking do anything.
It's a weekly test of the DM's sanity.
And mine.
It's a good start. We also have all of our party back this week, so woo!
Woo!
Froggy, Frog, aka the 3 of you, you have been dropped outside of the city. And I'd like you to make me a perception check, please.
Perception.
Natural 20.
Uh,
Whoa.
Oh, holy shit.
Fuck
I'm
you,
winning
natural
this
20.
session.
I got a
What
23.
wins myself?
20, so that's what total, Florian?
23. Oh.
27.
23 and
Fuck!
27. And then
Can't
Mason's
dunk on
gonna
this
roll.
bitch.
That's a
It's
13.
not a competition.
It is a competition now.
Make it one. So, the 3 of you assess your surroundings, and you notice that you'd say about 60 feet away, like just at the edge of your dark vision, which is actually kind of ironic considering that Mason can't see in the dark. So wait, does Moog
He's
have dark vision?
trying.
Yes. I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair, it's fine. He has the equivalent of what would be humanoid eyes, so he can't see in the dark. So
I mean,
you know,
if Mocha ate enough carrots, I think she could gain dark vision that way, even if she didn't have it naturally.
it might also be to do with the fact that you are part Mithra.
Could be.
That's
yeah.
partially feline in nature. So, anyway, the two of you notice that about at the very edge of your dark vision, you notice some silvery threads, and realize that if Scoria had dropped you any further to the right, you would have landed straight in a wolf spider web. And that would have been the end of you. You also, upon realizing, hang on a minute, we've just been dropped, look up at the wall, and realize that it is nowhere near as high as it seemed from when you were within Scoria's pouches that she had created using that length of cloth. Or that length of cloth, aka Xavier's cloak. And it takes you a moment to realise, but Florian, can you roll me an Arcana check, please? With advantage.
Perhaps. 17, 14, plus Arcana, 24.
24.
Damn, I can't roll below a 10. I cannot do it.
Don't say that, you'll jinx it.
That one.
You come to realise that there is the faintest sense. Why can't I say that word? The faintest sensation of illusory magic in the air. And you know that it is not. You know that it is not Xavier's magic because you somewhat recognise magic signature. Someone else has tampered with your escape. Speaking of your escape, the three of you are quite heavily wounded from being dropped a significant distance at a very high speed. You can see the little froggy impact craters from where you landed on the ground. The other half of the party, not including Xavier, who you know is still in the city, at least you assume, the rest of them have left. They're gone. You don't know where they are. And you somehow have to figure out how to find them again.
Okay, so we've been separated from everyone else. So how are we going to get back without being shot at?
Can I not see any? Can I sense anyone with my magical feelings?
Magical feelings.
You can sense the life force of Mocha and Mason aside you, but outside of that, there isn't really a whole lot. You are aware, though, that it is nighttime. No shit, Lupus. However, the thought does occur to you that your magic could benefit you here. As you know that Veritas is to the northeast. What, northeast? Northwest, sorry. And if you were to keep travelling north, you could get out of the forest, which would make your life a lot easier to spot your companions.
Yeah. Okay.
Coughs in no direction.
I think if we travel north, we can get out of the forest, and then it'll be easier to find everyone.
Okay, I think that's one way to go. I'm really not all caught up for this at the minute.
And I'm gonna start biting my tail because I'm freaking out.
And what Mason proceeds to do is he reaches into his bag and gives you a small piece of food from his rations. Only a small piece. You can see him break it like it's almost like a large circular piece of like stuffed flatbread that's been dry cured, and he breaks it apart and basically hands it to you. Well, stop biting your own tail. Have a little bit of this, and then we'll figure it out down the road. For now, we gotta be a little sneaky.
Alright, I'll try. It's just so hard.
And instead of like vacuuming it up like I normally do, I'm more like nibbling on it because I need that sensory satisfaction, I suppose. Try and calm down.
And what Mason does is, whilst Florian is trying to figure out try and roughly figure out where you are in relation to like the village, use the stars, whatever, he very gently massages your shoulders to try and relax you a little bit. Because there's no benefit to your team if you're stressing out too much to pick up on anything. And so,
No direction. That's the one. There we go.
yeah. So you're casting that, and you now know which direction is north. And you realize that you have been dropped to the east of the city. So you're aware that if you keep going north, you will emerge from the forest and hopefully find out where the rest of your team has gone. You are aware, though, if you do decide to just travel straight north, you will eventually end up outside the settlement walls of the capital city itself. As a reminder, if you look at the pinned messages... Oh, I didn't pin it. The fuck?
His ass didn't pin it, holy shit. By the way, base Discord moved to make pins go up to 250 now instead of 50.
Oh, that's satisfying.
I know!
I will find the thing. There it is. Boom. This is where I somehow managed to click the wrong thing. There we go. So, you are... I guess if I were to align the points for you, you're kind of like in the middle of that forest area next to 18. Which is where you are.
18. Okay. So if we go north, we'll end up in the weird purpley bit.
Yes. And that will be that weird purpley section is essentially like a massive built-up fortification. I think all of that zone is essentially populated and walled off from the outside.
And where is... Let me go back in my notes to figure out where we're supposed to be getting to.
You are supposed to be going to the 32 that's on that map, Veritas, which is to the
32,
northwest.
32.
It's a direct... You can diagonal it from 18.
So if we go north until we're out of the forest, and
You'll
then
be on the plains, which should give you an easier time spotting any of your companions if,
and then
say, for example,
hopefully
Score is
spot
still
our
airborne.
companions,
Yeah, that's the hope.
and then head northwest to 32. Yeah, I did the whole never eat shredded wheat thing. Yeah.
No, I do that regularly.
I don't know the directions, and I'm a whole grown ass man. Anyway, north,
Says the tiny kitten.
and then northwest.
Yes. Also, whilst it's on the mind, can you roll me an insight check with advantage on your... This will be for your intuition.
Oh, I don't like when my intuition is insight. I think I have -1 or something to insight.
That's why you have advantage. I'm giving you advantage for that check.
Insight, yeah, -1. Why do I suck at insight? Is that a racial thing or something?
It is a racial thing because you are a mixture of, I believe it's Blue Cheshire and Palico, if memory serves correctly. Yes. They are inherently a bit too trusting for their own good. And so their insight capacity is not very, not the best.
11.
11. You realise that the that the intuition that you got for the idea that you just performed, if you recall last session, you attempted to try and contact Etro or pull upon one of these intuitions to figure out whether the plan that you were about to execute was the best one or not. And it responded with, "This is the best outcome, or the best possible method." Yeah, you recall this.
I recall it.
You realize that that the intuition you had was false. You managed to pull an intuition, but it ended up being a false.
Much to think on. So, north.
Yes. Are you and your party... I guess, yeah, you and your party, because I presume that Florian will be taking the lead here? Please correct me if I'm wrong, if Mocha would like to lead. That's also an option.
No, that's... Floria wants to go, he can go.
Yep. Okay. Would you mind rolling me a stealth check? Because as I must remind you, the forest that you are currently traversing to is filled with all sorts of nasty creatures, including, but not limited to, huge wolf spiders that can and will eat you.
Can I have
Before we
advantage on
go-
this because of Terrain Strider?
Let me just read what Terrain Strider does again. Yeah, you won't move without penalty. It's not because it's not treated as difficult terrain. Terrain Strider would not come into effect.
Okay, I was just assuming like if there was a way I could get advantage because obviously this is my sort of thing.
Oh no! I completely get that. If you want, I can give you that advantage if you're using your bonus action every now and again to take the search action to ensure you're not walking into those webs. I'll give you that
sure.
as like a benefit from succeeding that perception check and spotting the web.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so roll stealth.
Before we go, can I do a quick cura on everyone and then roll
Go
stealth?
for it. Go for it.
Because I just realised our little party here is all on like
Single-digit hit
10
points.
hit points. Yeah.
You collectively have 15 hit points between you all.
76 plus 8. 35 hit points to everyone.
Okay.
35.
Make sure to spend your MP.
Plus 35 and minus, what, 3? Yeah, 3.
Yeah. And
That's after, wow, you guys have way more hit points than me. I'm like, right,
to be
that's basically all my hit points, and then everyone else is like, ugh.
To be fair,
A
you
little
have
slither.
16 con? 14 con, and you're a mage class, so it checks out. So, can I get your stealth checks, please?
Yes, you may. 25.
Florian's gonna be like 30, isn't it?
Swear to God, I will throw
I can't
you
believe this.
straight into the fucking wolf spider nest. You go. Bye, bitch.
What did you roll?
Wait, I have an ability, I think. Do over. Do over.
Oh, the nat one! Oh, the nat one caught up! Oh no!
The nat one. It will not be now because of do over.
Oh my god. Yeah, you were saved there. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I
This
am
is
not
insane. That's
dying.
an actual 20. What the hell is happening to me?
Bro is going between extreme elation and extreme despair in an immense
Hell's
rate.
32.
32, and Mason rolled a 16. So the three of you begin your slow stealth through the forest. Meanwhile, the other party, Scoria, you find somewhere to land, a very small clearing within the forested area, so that you can put down the 2 frogs that you are currently carrying. One of which you don't know who it is, but you know that one of them is Marcel, judging by the pouch that you put Marcel in. So you take him out, you pop him on the floor, you pop Mystery Flog. You place Mystery Frog on the ground.
Frog, down the cat of giant tails.
And the two
Ribbit.
frogs
Ribbit.
return back to their normal
Ribbit.
state.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
And you
Ribbit.
find out
Ribbit.
that the... Do you mind?
Ribbit
And you find out who it was that you managed to catch from hitting the floor at terminal velocity. It was Hugmug. So you, Marcel, and Hugmug are together.
Are we fully aware of what happened?
Yes,
Frogs.
you were fully conscious of what was happening as frogs.
Oh my god, what the hell happened? That could not have gone worse if we tried.
Oh my goodness. I nearly died. We were flying frogs and still.
Sorry, are you okay?
Oh, where
You
is
look injured.
Scoria? What? Where's Mocha?
Would you like to roll a check for that, Marcel?
Medicine.
Yes, it'd be a medicine check.
Mm-hmm. 19.
19.
Yes.
You find that Scoria's wing has been punctured, and by the bullet that she was hit by, which would explain why she got knocked out the air, but has been able to, for lack of better wording, glide her way to where you are now. But it would definitely take a day or two for her wings to fully recover. So for the next couple days, Scoria will be treated as though she has clumsy flight, meaning it is a lot easier to knock you out of the air. Because hole in wing.
Jesus. Jesus, have I got some effect open? Still active that I'm not aware of?
What?
Or is my bonus just... Oh, it's good mock.
Yeah, it's because you have the long two box.
So, it's going to cast Cure on Scoria. That's the wrong dice.
Well done. Hugmug, whilst...
You get 24 health back.
Whilst Marcel is tending to Scoria's wound, would you like to roll an insight check for me?
Yes. I would love to. Oh dear, we're not starting strong.
It's not reassuring.
First session back. That's all we need to
Please
know.
don't that one.
7!
That's a success. You realise quite quickly.
What?
You realise quite quickly that with the way that Scoria is moving around, she can't see. It is pitch black
Oh.
out, and because of the way that these trees almost form like a thick canopy above you, she is basically blind. As you notice, when Marcel goes over to heal her and Scoria visibly flinches, because it's just voice.
Oh,
From your perspective, Scoria,
okay, so...
your vision is a little bit blurry. Your head feels almost like... you almost feel like you're about to have a migraine, as though something has affected your vision. Would you like to roll an Arcana check for me? I'll give you advantage for this.
Can I do an investigation check?
The correct one.
Or basically some tinder and basically a big stick.
To make a torch.
Yes. Because I have very good at craft, and I have fire to come out of my hands.
You also have... Yeah, Scoria has firewood, and you also have the ability to just elemental orb.
Yeah, but it's one that she can keep rather than me having my hand out constantly casting a spell.
Yeah, if you'd like to roll an investigation check to find some materials to make a temporary torch for Scoria, you're more than welcome to. Scoria, what was your Arcana check, please?
6. Sorry, 8. I was looking at the wrong number.
That's alright.
Wrong number.
You realise quite quickly that something has messed with your perception. And when you went over that wall, you were under the effects of an illusory spell from an unknown caster. I would say that you and the rest of your team have been around Xavier long enough to recognise when he is casting a spell, such as the situation where he decided to conjure good old D's nuts, which is his acronym. Sorry, it's really funny just hearing Hugbug just giggle in the background as he.
Sorry, it's just me giggling over these nuts. It's not funny.
No, it gets even better. I'll see if I can find it.
It's funny the fact that everyone figured it out at the same time as well.
Mama.
Hold on, I'll search it. Oh, there we go. If I can refer you to, where is it? But yes, whilst I'm scrolling up and trying to find this, you do realise...
I got 14, by the way.
You got 14. Okay, I'll get to you in a second. You realise quite quickly that whatever it was caused you to misperceive what was happening as you were trying to fly over the wall. Which is frustrating. Because you realise that what basically happened, the wall was not 500 foot, or 300 foot, or however large that your perception made it. It was maybe 100, 150 foot tops. But because of this illusory spell affecting your perception, you'd flown several hundred feet into the air and had effectively dive-bombed. Which would explain why your companions fell and seemed to fall with quite a significant amount of speed. But something or someone has somewhat tampered with your ability to see things properly, and the effects of the spell are only now just wearing off. Marcel, your roll was a 15 total, yes? Mm-hmm. You managed to find some branches, bits of scrap wood, some tinder, little bits and pieces. And you managed to make a temporary torch for Scoria to hold, so
elemental orb to set out light. Mm-hmm. Elemental orb fire. It's going to pass Scoria, letting her know what he's doing beforehand.
Mm-hmm. The Scoria, you now have this torch that projects about 10 to 15 feet worth of light, so you can see around you.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Mm. Yes.
Oh.
Annoyed, mostly.
Yes, well, we need to find everybody else as soon as possible. Hopefully they're okay. They probably landed in some sticks or, I don't know, a bush. They're probably fine, right? Yeah, they're probably fine.
Oh, I don't know. It was quite far.
I have no idea. I could not see.
Maybe they died.
How far did we
want
travel?
them to.
How far did we travel?
From where you are?
Yes. Before we were set down and turned back into... I'm assuming we didn't turn back into...
No.
People in the middle of the air, otherwise we would have died.
It would have taken you about a minute or so. About a minute or so would have had to been remaining for the other team to have survived. This is me talking as a DM. This is me talking as DM, not me trying to notify your party. They are completely clueless. So I would say that Scoria's probably flown for about 30 seconds or so. So you're about 300 feet away? Doing math in my head, 50 times 6. Yeah, you're about 300 feet away from where the impact site was.
300 feet away.
But you're not sure which direction that impact site is, purely because the thick tree canopy makes it very difficult to see any sort of light.
Can we even see through? Can we see where the settlement is?
No, you are too far away. You are basically, if I were to describe this to you, the trees of this forest are like the equivalent of redwoods. They are huge, which is why the wall around the city is so large, because these giant spiders will make use of these trees to climb up over the wall. So the wall needs to be very large, and it needs to outsize the surrounding trees. I'm surprised I didn't slip up on my own tongue there. But basically,
Pardon me.
they are very densely packed in together.
Well, it is worth a shot, but may as well at least try it. Huggy, do you sense any magical presences nearby? You can detect magic, can't
I was just gonna use detect magic. It only has a range of 60 feet, but
you? Does it actually
you
use
never
any
know.
any mana?
No.
So you can keep using it as we travel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I do have to concentrate.
I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
Okay.
And by the
We
way,
use detect
and Marcel
magic.
will give them both a hug, being very careful and gentle around Scoria's wing. I'm so glad you're both okay. I don't know what I would do if I lost you.
Who's he hugging?
Both
Both
of
of
you.
you.
Right.
Oh, yay!
I don't know. I think I'd feel pretty shitty if everyone ended up dying because I fell out of the sky.
Well, you didn't so much fall out of the sky as were
I
shot.
fell out of the sky.
You were shot.
Yes, and I couldn't stay in the sky and fell.
Can you roll me a... Oh, I've got to remember what the fucking check is now.
Well, if that does not heal up on its own, I will get to work designing a brace for it.
Scoria, I'd like you to roll me a religion check. Marcel and Hugmug, I'd like you to both roll me a history check.
Mm.
It is not very high, but 10.
11 for you.
History.
So,
Oh, 11.
Ah, yes!
so a 10 and 11 for history checks. Okay, we'll start there, because that'll be the quicker one to do. The two of you realise quite quickly that with all of the chaos that probably erupted from your haphazard exit attempt, Xavier was still inside the city. And you can only hope that he was able to get out of there amongst all of the chaos that just occurred. Scoria, you get... it's almost like a warm embrace from the darkness itself. As though, in a similar sense to how Helga used to brush your hair when you couldn't sleep at night. And you get the feeling, you're not sure why, but you feel yourself turning, almost to see the shadow itself. And the thought and the feeling in your mind as though someone else has left a little present for you, indicating that you should probably head this direction. And then, just as quickly as it arrived, the feeling is gone.
Well, we should probably start making some sort of movement.
Yes, but which way do we go?
Scoria gestures in the direction she got that feeling from.
Mhm.
I believe it's this way. But I am no
How do you know that?
navigator.
Yeah, well, we can go anyway.
Just a feeling.
Well, shall we start in this direction, or I can cast detect magic?
I would say split up, but I was thinking about
No.
giant spiders.
That's not a good idea.
Haha.
So, if I
Unless
may
you want
ask,
to die.
It's more about covering more ground, but
I think the other death was Shuggy.
so if I'm to understand, please correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are going to head in the direction that Scoria's, as I'll refer to it, intuition has suggested,
Marcel's a bit dubious because there's been no justification given for it yet.
And Hugmug is
And
planning...
Hugmug is going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. I will make a quick note there. Okay, cool. So, I presume you're getting on the move, unless, Marcel, you want to contest the plan of action.
Well, if they start moving, I've got no choice but to follow, so...
I mean, you have a choice to stand there in the dark and potentially become spider food.
Yes,
but
so...
that's your decision. Well, you
I
have...
don't think I'm going to make that decision. I think I'm going to follow.
I don't know what decisions you guys are going to make half the time. Flashback to many questionable choices that have been made.
God,
Salt.
I can't think of which ones.
Ribbit.
Salt.
I mean, the one we just did is pretty bad, so...
I mean, no, that with the information you had, your decision to become frogs and fly over the wall, with the information that you had, the information you had and had managed to gather at that point would lead you to believe that was a pretty good choice. There may have been more information there, but I cannot say. I mean, I can say, I'm choosing not to. Anyway, so you start making your move. Hugmug, you notice that it's very faint, but you do pick up on a couple of magical presences as you're moving. Most of them, you come to realize quite quickly, as you're focusing, you notice that there are many monsters up in the trees above you.
Oh, Lord.
And you get... Is Hugmug arachnophobic? I have to ask this of Scoria and Marcel as well. Do any of your characters have arachnophobia?
No.
No.
Where would I find this out?
This will be a decision that you make on the...
Oh.
I mean, you can roll for
Right
it, or
now?
you can choose to. Yeah. You can just say no.
Can I roll for it?
If you want to, go for it. Roll the dice that you feel is appropriate.
If you know what, if it's
Why
even,
not?
If it's even, it's a yes.
Okay, if it's even, it's a yes. We are arachnophobic!
Nice.
Okay, so
Oh, shit.
Hugmug, please, I'm going to make a note of that on your character flaws.
Dude, this is kind of funny.
I've actually got to look up how to spell this correctly.
Yeah, I can't help you there.
Yep.
With that in mind, to take Huggy's mind off of the potential horrible spiders that could be lurking in the darkness.
Well, I will have to stop you there for a moment, Marcel, because Hugmug, above you, you notice that there is a giant spider. It is massive. It's about 3 times the size of you. In leg span and in body mass.
Huggy, look at me.
Oh my god, we're gonna die. Oh my god.
Huggy,
Oh my
Huggy,
god.
look at me. Look at
It
me.
has
Don't
not
look at it.
noticed you.
Look at me. Don't look at it. It's gonna basically grab Hugmug by the face.
Roll me a concentration check, please.
Me.
Yes. Because you have to keep focused on that spell.
Oh!
That'll be
let's go.
a D20 plus your con. Or con modifier.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, there's a concentration check. I forget
con.
that. It's there. It's on the combat page. Look, I've got it highlighted.
Natural 20,
Hell yeah.
25.
So you manage to keep your focus, despite the thing above you that is making your skin crawl. And you progress far enough away from it that it's no longer a problem.
You okay?
I hate
You okay?
spiders.
Look at me.
I
You're
hate
okay.
Spiders.
Just imagine yourself in a
There's
big
magic
open
this
field with
direction.
cows grazing in the meadow and lots of flowers and everything's really pretty and lovely. Actually, and Marcel's going to reach into, I assume he still has his bag since...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When
He's
you
going to reach into his bag and take out one of his little toy soldiers.
Oh.
And he's going to give it to Hugmug. His name is Clemens. He is a brave, wonderful warrior who has slayed many dragons, spiders, all sorts. Just hold on to him and he will keep you safe.
Okay.
I hope you know that I've written that down on your sheet, so one of your toy soldiers has now actually got a name.
Yep.
I have named it. You will be emotionally attached to it for the rest of your days.
Yep.
Yeah!
So, Hugmug, you hold
Oh my
on to
God,
this
what
toy
have you named
soldier.
it?
It's Clements. That's what Marcel has named it.
Clemens!
So you're holding on to this wooden toy soldier as you're detecting, and you recognize one of the magical signatures that pings up on your detect magic. And so, as you're heading towards it, you hear a metal clanking sound.
Oh.
Stealth checks.
Oh no.
Stop.
Oh no. Right. Oh god.
Do we get advantage on them because it's pitch black?
In this case, I will say yes.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Purely because the thing that is out here, that is clanging around, does not have dark vision. Perfect time to look at the chat. Yes.
No, someone
Just
stop
like me,
that
for
high
real.
death. No.
Okay, so, what were your checks, please?
19 from Scoria.
Okay.
With advantage, 23.
23, and Hugmug?
6.
Oh!
I
So,
know.
With advantage?
With advantage!
Yes!
Ah, fuck!
Hugmug's
Oh,
dex is
boy.
very low.
It was 3 without advantage.
To be fair, you are very fortunate that I'm taking it as a collective check.
Oh, thank God.
So you are laughably
Jump on
fortunate. I'm picturing the Scoria's basically gone, oh, fucking Hugmug, stop. And just basically half jumped on him to stop him moving.
Completely covered him with the wings.
Maybe not, wings singular, the other one's bandaged. And you see this large Bovian man, decked out in heavy-looking armor, with a large sword strapped to his waist, holding a torch in his other hand. Meanwhile, the other team,
That's not
you're
nice,
sneaking
then.
you're sneaking through the undergrowth. This will be Mocha and Florian. Everyone else, please shove that lovely microphone button on the mute. You hear this metallic clanging sound a small distance away from you, and watch this light. And it appears to be a large Bovian male, decked out in heavy armor. That almost looks a little bit like Mason. It's not Mason. You can tell because the hair color is very different. And the eyes are a completely different color from what you can just about see from that distance. But if you were to look at them both from behind, you wouldn't see much of a difference. At least from your distance from this person.
Wait, what the fuck? Has he seen us?
He has not.
You know exactly what you want to say.
But then it
And
all
you get
comes out at
halfway
once.
there,
Yeah.
And you're like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
I do that a lot. I'm like, okay, my brain is going faster than my words can come out my mouth, so everything comes out like five words in one, and it's
like
just
I've
doesn't
written
end well.
out exactly what I want to say in my mind, but then I control X and then I forget to control V.
Yes. Cut without the paste.
Yep. So he has not seen us.
He has not. You do notice, however, a very brief glimpse of something else in the bush. You notice the faintest glint of orange that seems to rapidly duck down behind the rest of the green bush. And you're aware that as of this point, this gentleman in heavy armor you realize that this is more than likely the judge that was looking for you, and he has not noticed you yet. And I'm presuming you're mentioning the bolt of orange to Florian as well.
Yeah.
So you're aware that there's something. Okay, so you tell Florian and Mason about the little bit of orange that you saw off in the bush, and the fact that the man that is over there in all that metal armor is probably the judge.
Yep. So is he in the way that we need to go?
He is not. He is, however, he's a bit of a distance off. You can see his flame. You can see the flame of the torch he's holding above his head, and you can see him, but he is like off in the He's kind of like a little bit off in the distance.
Oh my god. I think that may be the judge. Which way should we go?
We just go around him. Don't let him see us.
But what about that thing, that orange thing you saw? Should we not go back and check that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at least it'll get us away from the judge.
We'll take a long way around the judge and then circle around to what that was.
I guess. Just not quite sure about this. Something seems off.
I don't want it to be a trap.
That or, no, let's just keep moving.
Can you describe that orange thing again to me?
It's like a bolt of orange, almost like fur, but not quite fur. It's something similar to that.
Can I roll? Would it be nature, animal handling? What would that be?
It would depend on what you're trying to assess about this bolt of orange specifically. If you're trying to figure out if it's like a monster or a creature, that would be nature. If you're just trying to discern what it is, period, that would be investigation. Or actually, no, it wouldn't be investigation. It would be perception.
Perception. Okay. I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay, please roll with a disadvantage because of how far away you are.
Disadvantage. Okay. 21.
Damn. Nice high rolls. Okay.
I know, I got a 17 and a 13 plus with an 8, so...
You're aware that this could be one of two things. It could be another one of those big fucking ugly spiders, or it could have been Marcel. You didn't really get enough of a glimpse of what it was to be able to make a reasonable assessment of what you just saw.
Okay, well, I think either is one of those spiders or it might be Marcel, because he has hair kind of like that, doesn't he? Maybe that's our way of reuniting with the others.
We can circle back and we can see from a different angle if it's Marcel or a spider.
Yeah, anything to get away from that judge.
So you start making your way forward, preparing to circle back to this section in a few minutes. Meanwhile, back to the other party of Hugmug, Marcel, and Scoria.
Hello.
You notice in the distance what appears to be a small blob of white, almost circular in nature, almost like a little mushroom.
How far?
You'd say about 60 feet away, roughly. It's a fair enough distance, I'd say. Off in the bushes.
How close is this judge from us?
About 10-15 feet.
So we should probably start by backing away from it very slowly.
He doesn't appear to be... Actually, make an insight check. No, I'm free. Insight check.
That's a 17.
A 17.
Yep.
You notice that the expression on this man's face is not hostile. It's one of concern.
Concern for what? Additional insight?
Yeah, be a
Anything else
second.
can be gleaned from this?
Yeah, be a second insight.
Is he like talk to himself? Oh, that's 10.
You're not close enough to hear anything he's saying. You do, however, realize that this same expression of concern is one that Helga had on her face when one of you injured yourselves whilst out gathering herbs for that night's dinner, or helping to dig up some of her vegetables and accidentally slicing yourself on a trowel or a shovel, or something like that. Whoever this man is out here looking for, he seems to be very concerned for their well-being. As far as you're aware, the only people that have tried to get out that might potentially cause this sort of reaction is your group. That, or there may be another situation that you're not quite certain of.
Last one's gonna follow a hunch.
Mhm.
Going to basically whisper very quietly. There's something weird about this. I want to go check it out. Don't worry, he won't spot me. I've got the ring.
What?
Are you sure?
Trust me.
Are you using your ring?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling.
So he'll be completely invisible the entire time.
I'm
Okay.
imagining that because that.
He's obviously not put the ring on before saying this.
Oh, but I also imagine that the torch that Scoria had has been put out.
It would have to be,
Awesome.
yeah.
I will picture the actual light itself. That it's been kept at a low flame, so it's more of like an ember at this point. So it's projecting a small amount of light, but not enough light that Scoria can't cover it up by just like folding one of her wings around it, I would say. Purely so that you can still see. Otherwise you're gonna be fucking blind having to hold the hug mug. Which means the hug mug can't concentrate.
Yeah.
To be holding onto hug mug like a small toddler. Can we go yet? Nah. Okay, so Marcel, what are you doing?
Can I get a bit closer whilst invisible?
How
Yeah.
close?
To 10, 15 feet.
He's about 10 to 15 feet away from you, judging on his current position.
Enough that if he is talking to himself, I can hear what he's saying.
Okay. So you move up into the bush. I'm not going to make you roll a stealth check. Don't look at me like that, mister. Raise your eyebrows at me. Put those eyebrows down. So you get up close into the bushes nearby him, and you can catch him talking to himself. And because I can't bother to give this guy a voice,
Better.
he appears to be concerned about he appears to be concerned about a group of younglings that have potentially been horrifically injured trying to leave the city. And is attempting to locate one of them that he is aware could potentially be bleeding out as he is wasting time trying to search around in these dense woods.
Interesting. So, with that knowledge, he's going to back to where the rest of the group were.
Okay, so you back it up.
And back it up. Back
Yeah.
it up.
So you back it up to the bush that you were in before with the others. Are you still wearing your ring, or have you taken it off?
I'm going to take it off once I get there.
Okay, and you do so.
Something's very strange about this. Seems to be concerned. Seems to be worried about this. Maybe he did not see who was shot. But either way,
I don't.
we should get the hell out of here because we don't have time to investigate.
Alright, if you say so.
Because as far as Marcel's aware, his friends' lives can be in the balance.
Yes. And you do notice...
And he doesn't want to indulge his curiosities too far.
Scoria, can you roll
Yeah.
me
Shit.
a history check?
Right, time.
Why are you
time to-
oh-shitting? Why are you
Oh,
oh-shitting,
just
sir?
something on my phone. It's fine.
+2. 13. That's the highest I've rolled so far. No, it's not the highest I've rolled so far, but it might as well be.
So what was it total?
13.
13. Okay. So you realize that the strange white mushroom you saw earlier was not in fact a mushroom. That might have been Mocha's hat. Which would make sense why Hugmug seemed to perk up a little bit once he spotted something on his detect magic. So you guys could be within mere inches of each other right now and have no clue. They can't detect you, but you can't really reach out to them without alerting the Judge Master that's next to you, basically next to you, of your presence. Which leaves you a bit of an awkward middle ground. You can either keep progressing forwards and avoid the man, or wait here and see if they'll come back. But obviously waiting here means that you potentially run the risk of being discovered by the judge master if he, in the very unlikely event that he decides to check that specific set of bushes that you're in.
I think we need to go around. I think I saw Wilco's hat.
You did?
Mushroom-like. I think it's very mushroom-like.
It is very mushroom-like. I mean, it's all we've got right now, so we may as well.
We'll need to make our way around.
Okay.
I'm so happy we found something.
Do we need to roll more stealth checks?
No.
I was gonna say, if Marcel would take his ring off and give it to Hugmug temporarily.
That won't be necessary. As you notice that the judge is a little bit sidetracked with the large wolf spider that has just dropped down into the pathway that he is now doing battle with.
I don't want to be dealing with that.
You are
on me.
Yeah, you're fully aware that if you were to try and engage in combat with this spider, it would more than likely rip you to shreds if you're not cautious. Especially since half your team is missing.
That is why I am currently low-key praying that one doesn't decide it wants to jump on me.
I mean, you guys are keeping relatively low profile at the moment, and you're
So we're
hidden in
going-
undergrowth, so...
So we're going to follow the
Doesn't stop
The
God
white
from
mushroom.
hating me.
Through. So, you guys start moving through the undergrowth, giving a wide berth from the large wolf spider and the judge master that are currently in battle with one another.
Okay, Huggy, just focus on the dog and just follow me and Scoria, okay?
The
Look
irony
at him in his
being,
little uniform, isn't he? Isn't he a smart boy?
the irony being that Hugmug's fear isn't necessarily the fear that you experience, Hugmug, in this scenario is not, in fact, the spider. It is potentially being caught by this Judge Master as you watch him basically rip this thing to pieces with a concerning level of efficiency. So you make your way. And we're going to flip back to the other party. God, I love flip-flopping. Hello, Florian and Mocha. You managed to breach the tree line.
Oh yeah, baby.
And before you, you witness a large open sprawl of plains.
Wow, look at all that plains.
The large blades of grass were blowing back and forth in the cool night wind, and you can see some nighttime hunters prowling after their prey. And you do see a few more of those round spherical creatures rolling away from what appears to be a very large, monstrous, almost like bovid monster that you quickly realize is a behemoth that is chasing after some cockatrice. Or cockatry?
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah, we'll call them that. No.
No scoria, not cock, penis.
Depends. It's a holiday special.
Yes! Oh, I can't wait for Christmas.
Christmas cock. Anyway,
Let's go.
so you.
TOS.
Terms and conditions are made.
I'm talking about a chicken. I'm talking about a chicken. There is nothing phallic or potentially questionable in the slightest going on here. I'm just talking about
That's
birds.
what you hope. That's what you
How
hope.
about the model?
Unfortunately, we are your
Anyway,
cast
I am
members,
the
so-
moderator. What do you mean? Anyway, moving onwards. You've broken the tree line, and that means that if you wish, you can progress out into the plains and head towards the city of Veritas, or try and head towards the large settled area, and hope that your companions have found a safe area to stay in or hide out in until later, or you can try and circle back to find them.
That behemoth's gonna fuck us right up, man.
Did we not just go round the... Okay.
You
Yeah,
can
I
just
think
follow the
we-
tree line if you wish. That is something you have the option to do.
I was gonna say, if we stay in the thicket and then make our way towards, what was it, Veritas?
Yeah, I should probably mention that the actual behemoth that I have mentioned is nowhere fucking near you. You can see it off at the
Oh.
distance.
Okay,
I'm realizing
you made
that-
it sound like
yeah.
it was like next to me, and I'm
No, no,
looking
no, no,
up
no.
at it, and I'm going, "Sup, chief? You're right."
I think I
Um,
don't intend to TPK you that early.
Are you sure about that?
I'm
Because
certain.
I will arrange that on my own terms. Anyway,
I mean, if you
I think
want to run
if we-
off towards the behemoth, you're more than welcome to, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Baby Myth 2.0. Anyway, no, we're not doing that again.
God, no.
Anyway,
Definitely not.
we're not doing that again. Whoop whoop.
Never
Can't wait for the
again.
child to die. Don't say that about Florian.
Anyway, so you have, as far as I'm aware, you have two real choices here. You can attempt to try and head towards Veritas with the three of you, or you can wait for you can circle back and try and find your companions. Now, do be aware that if you travel off to Veritas with just the three of you, you currently hold the tents that everybody is sleeping in.
Hmm.
Oh no!
Because Mason is the one that is carrying them all. So
We have to wait. People will go. Yeah, I think we have to.
you can wait,
What if-
or you can leave. You have the
What if
option.
we set up one tent just in the thicket? Like, where's the road? How far away is the road?
The road, there isn't really a proper road. You are aware that because of how large Gapra is,
Hmm.
because of where you chose to go over the wall, you would have ended up in the forest and then circled around the city to make your way out. The actual outbound gate from Gapra leads directly onto the plains, so you are maybe about an hour or two away from where the actual pathway is.
What do you think, Florian, Mason, Masonga?
Yeah, we should go. We should go circle round to look for. Either circle round or we wait here and hopefully we'll catch wind of them.
Mason seems very hesitant, as though he is debating the options. Well, I mean, I've got the tents, but we don't know whether we're behind them or not. They could be hours ahead of us, or we could be like super far behind them.
They wouldn't leave us behind, and we shouldn't leave them behind.
Are you certain?
But- Problem is, we
Yeah.
don't know where they are. And they don't know where we are.
Exactly.
We want to go back and look for them, but at the same time, I don't know, because we'd both be heading to Veritas at the end of the day, right?
That would be our meetup point.
He ponders for a moment. How's Wait. I have an idea. And Mason holds up part of the stuffed bread. You can smell that, right?
Yeah?
And he walks about 5 foot away from you, holds it up. You can still smell that, right?
Can I still smell that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah?
As you are fortunately downwind. The way the wind is blowing, it is wafting the scent of the stuffed bread towards you. Right. You two wait here. I'll circle back, and if I find them, I'll hold the bread up to the wind. That way you guys can come find us, because she can smell the bread.
Okay, just be careful.
Careful. I will rip a spider's leg off and beat it to death with its own legs. That'll be my own version of leg day. Whack.
Just shout if something happens.
Will do. And you watch as he basically, like, squats down, slowly sneaks off into the undergrowth, leaving the two of you together.
Wow,
And he
this is
leaves
so
his
cool.
He leaves his pack with you, so you have access to the tents in case you decide at any given point that he's been gone too long, or he's too far into the forest for you guys to hear him, in which case you leave, basically.
Gonna ask you a question as part of my fire safety awareness training. If I set a fire in this fucking plane, am I about to turn this into Australia?
No.
Okay.
The grass,
Wow, that is wow.
I mean, that is a genuine question. It's not dry terrain.
Excellent.
You'd be more likely to find that on the island of Valerial, which is mostly desert, so their plains have dry grass. Here, it's a lot more lush. So this is your stereotypical fantasy field type thing.
Okay.
You're Gucci.
If I were to light a fire right now, would I get fucked over?
You may potentially draw attention to yourself from any of the local monsters if you don't take the precautions to guard the fire. So, like...
What if I do take the precautions to guard the fire?
Then you should be fine.
Florian, do you want a fire?
Maybe a small one.
Let's make a small fire. And we will be taking precautions.
Okay. So you spend a little time, get some, like, small twigs and whatever from the nearby forest, bundle them up, and whilst you're gathering the twigs, Mocha, you get Florian to have a little fun with some of the loose dirt and make, like, a little wall around the fire to try and cover it up.
Florian plays in the dirt.
Basically.
Just like a real cat. Fucking Yoda will just come up to you and just fall over and roll around in the dirt. And I'm looking at this bitch and I'm like, you used to be so pretty. What happened to you? And he just looks at me like,
It's obviously in Diva era. Duh. So...
He's always living his Diva era. That's why he pisses in people's flower beds.
Cat is me as a spirit animal. Anyway.
Prick.
Yeah. So... So you spend time building up this little fire to keep your hands warm. Meanwhile, we're going to flip back to the other team, who are slowly making their way forward. So, Florian, can you hop on mute? Scoria, can you unmute? Smiley face. As your team is slowly... your team is slowly progressing. When you notice what looks like a crab pincer? It almost seems like two greyish bone-like points stick up above a bush.
Inside?
You'd have to roll a nature check.
Nature.
Because as far as you're aware, this could be a monster.
Gets
That's
jump scared
not-
by
that's not
wolf
good.
spider. Dies. How left be?
That's a 7.
You have no fucking clue what that is. It looks like a crab pincer. It kind of has the same sort of, like, shape.
What would crab be doing in a large forest?
You're not really
It
sure.
does not make sense.
Would you like to mention this to Scoria or Hugmug?
Yeah, you'll tap them on the shoulder and point at it and say, What is that?
Ooh,
And
what
to,
is that?
to describe what you see what is essentially like a pair of grey points sticking out of a bush. Would you like to roll a nature check?
Yes. Six.
Oh no. And Scoria?
Keep opening the wrong tab. 17.
Okay, thank fuck.
One of us has some talent.
Hugmug, you're under the same assumption that it might just be like a weird land crab, like Marcel is
Yes.
trying to figure out. Scoria, you realize those are a pair of horns. You recognize those horns, as well as the pair of yellow eyes that are peeping at you out of the bush.
You motherfucker.
And slowly out of the bush ascends a hand, holding what appears to be like 2/3 of a piece of stuffed bread to the wind.
We know who it is by now.
You recognize the arm immediately, because you've seen these arms many a time.
What the fuck is he doing?
And then Hugmug immediately clicks who this is as well, upon seeing the bull man's face poke out the bush.
Is there a clearing between us and...
Nope.
No? So just...
You're like... You're basically like... on a rough trodden path that some people have come down before while exploring the forest.
So we'll give a little wave, keep low to the ground, continue to sneak and approach.
And as you do so, you come face to face with Mason, who is
Hello.
beaming.
So glad to see you're okay.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't have snuck up on you like that, but I thought Mocha said you saw some orange, so...
You doing okay? You look a little worse for wear.
You're all alive.
Oh, it's fine. I only hit the floor at like terminal velocity. It was quite riveting.
I mean, terminal velocity for frog is not that high.
Exactly.
That's probably why you lived.
Possibly.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. Why are you holding bread?
Oh, right. And it's almost like he's forgotten his arm is outstretched to the wind. That's my signal to let Mocha know that I found you guys.
Oh,
I think her and Florian are waiting down there.
that makes sense.
Are you guys okay? Mason looks at the three of you. How's your wing?
It's fine.
Can I have a look at it?
Not right now.
Yeah, I mean, later. I might be able to help a little bit. It's kind of similar. He very delicately kind of examines your feathers. They're kind of similar to the chocobo that Mima used to have. I patched up a couple of their wings with some, like, fake feathers. Might help a little bit whilst they're regrowing back in. And he's very gentle when he touches your feathers, and is being as... what's the word I'm looking for here? As respectful as possible, so he's not making too much physical contact with you, because he's not sure how sensitive the injury to your wing is. Well, at least you're alright. Come on. I'll show you guys the way I came. And you watch as he squats back down, his horns disappear into the bush, and he basically picks up the bush and walks off with it. He's carrying the bush, and you notice like a small trail of dirt that he's following. He's basically pulled a bush out of the ground. He's been carrying that as a makeshift disguise.
Okay.
You want in the bush? As he squats back, as he kind of totters back over, and you realise that he has basically pulled a very large bush out of the ground.
Why not?
You could be convinced this is just a horned awakened shrub. AKA my favourite monster because it's just hilariously silly.
I shall hide in the bush.
Are Hugmug and Scoria hiding in the bush?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeet.
Just picturing like big ol' Hugmug just jumps in.
Yes.
I'll be fine.
So you follow Hugmug and Marcel and Mason inside the bush, a little bit skeptical, and then realize the intelligent decision you've just made as your wing kind of protects the torch that you're holding in your hand. And occasionally you hear this thunk noise. See if anyone figures out why they hear a thunk noise.
Is it because he's got the bush covering his face and he's just walking into things?
It's because he doesn't have dark vision.
Ugh.
So he's basically feeling along the ground to try and remember which way he came from. And you can see he's basically stuck his finger in the floor several times to make like a pocket to show him which way he went.
Is it very obvious, the thing he's using to navigate with? Can you see it?
No.
No. Okay.
It's like small indents in moss. And eventually, you make it to this small little mound of dirt with an orange glow out of it. And then out the bushes comes Florian and Mocha.
Oh, you're okay. Oh, I'm so happy.
I found him.
And he's gonna give them both a hug.
Yay! Big hugs all around.
I didn't know if we'd ever find you again.
Oh, well, it's okay. Everybody's together now. It's okay.
And Mocha, you are given the rest of the stuffed bread from Mason.
It's the funniest thing.
Oh, I fucking love like those little reactions. It's almost as legendary as my emotions don't have Phoenix Downs. I think that's probably your best quote, Mocha.
Did I say that?
Yes. Yes,
My
you did.
emotions
Don't have Phoenix
It
Downs.
sounds like
Yeah.
something I say. I hope that's in your Twitch clips.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is, but if it's not, then I've done a crime. and I will have
I'm going
find
to
it
check as we speak
Do
because I
it.
need to know.
It's
My
somewhere.
emotions.
Anyway, so you move into a little bit of the thicket and just take a moment to warm yourselves, as it is still quite cold weather. But fortunately, this place doesn't have a consistently thick downpour of snow.
We're moving on now, are we?
You're kind of nestled up around the little fire that Florian and Mocha have made,
Okay.
just to warm your hands up a bit.
Well, that could have gone better.
Haha.
Well, the main thing
Now,
is we're all
now we
okay.
go.
Hmm?
Now we go northwest to our destination, and we can meet up with Xavier there.
If he made it out of the city. And Mason has a bit of a grimace on his face.
Imagine that a gunshot being fired from across the wall caused quite a commotion.
So it's entirely going to be a maybe, maybe not. Oh. I guess we can only really hope. Could be worse, though, I guess. We're all in one piece. Say, I got a couple of... And he pulls out some faux feathers and comes over to you, Scoria. You mind if I patch up your wound?
You can try if you want.
Where did you get them from?
A fella's prepared. What can I say?
Fair enough.
And so he undoes the bandage around your wing, Scoria, with a very, very, very gently kind of parts your feathers, and using a very delicate hand, places some of these faux feathers very neatly against some of the other pre-existing feathers, and uses a very small amount of twine to kind of connect them. and it takes him a while, and you've never seen Mason so focused in the entire time you've met him. He normally seems quite distractible, but he's very fixated and focused on what he's doing. And then he takes a step back. Give that a try.
Gloria will flap her wing.
And as you do so, it feels a little better. It's not perfect, but it should be a workable solution for the next couple days until your wing fully heals. Okay, there we go. That's better. Alright. I'll get this tent. Are we tenting up for the night, or are we going to try and keep moving while we still got the moon covering us?
What's the terrain look like?
We said before that we'd keep moving until we got there. Because we don't want our tent to be visible and then
Scoria,
they find us.
would you make me a medicine check? Because if I did hear you properly, you were checking up on the general well-being of the party. I can give you a rough idea with a medicine check.
20.
20. You are aware that Mason, Mocha, and Florian are a little worse for wear. There's a lot of little scuff marks and like grazes? Yeah, scuffs and grazes on them. But it seems like everybody is capable of traveling. If you're careful.
And if we're careful, we should be able to travel some distance.
So, I ask you as a party, are you intending to move from where you are currently?
How easy is it to navigate? Like, what's the visibility like?
Very clear. Very clear.
Very clear.
Like, holy crap, it is.
Is it more bushes and thickets, or is it open plains?
If I were to describe to you, I'm trying to think of a game that everybody's played I can compare this to. I guess the best comparison I could really make is the grass itself comes up to about Florian's like lower torso. So I guess underneath where Florian's pectoral muscles would be. So that is literally like, yeah, just under chest. Top of the ribs.
So like knee height for everyone else.
Yeah, you can see for everyone else it's roughly around like knee to thigh area. And then for Hugmug and Mason it's like calf. But it is clearly visible. The moon, there is no clouds out, which makes it a little bit colder, but the moonlight is illuminating the way, and you can see what looks like an orangish glow in the distance that would be indicative of a city of some sort. It's far, but you might, if you put enough effort in, you might be able to traverse the next 8 hours to get there.
We don't have any exhaustion left, do we? We are
No, you are fully rested.
We're fully rested from our trip to what should we call it?
Veritas.
Where are we heading to next?
That's where you'll be heading to, Veritas. Sorry.
I was talking about the place we just came from.
Oh,
Gapra.
Gapra. Yes, my bad. My audio processing is like,
So shall we start heading towards Veritas then?
Yes. Also, it's going to heal everyone for 35 HP. Using Cure.
Yep. The 35 hit points back on everyone. Okay, make sure to spend your MP.
Mm-hmm.
So that should mean that Florian's fully healed, Mocha's mostly healed, and Mason's like half health at this point. Just over half health, yeah. He's
How much am I healing? Sorry,
35.
That's it.
35. Thank you.
Marcel is going to sit by Hugmug. You okay, Huggy?
I'm so much happier now everyone's here.
Yes, it's.
I'm so
good.
glad nothing bad happened. Except for Scoria's wing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it will heal. Like you said, it's important that we're all together. Nobody got.
I hope Xavier
Really?
is here.
I'm sure he will meet us when we get there. He's very capable.
Yeah.
He survived for a very long time, pretty much on his own before this, so.
Yeah. That's true.
Have
He's
you been
pretty
looking
good.
after Clemens?
Yes, Clemens is happy.
Yes?
Look,
Oh, that's a nice little smile.
I
You can
love
hold on to him for now
Clemens.
if you like. Just take good care of him.
I will. I will. I do hate those spiders though.
I know, they're big and scary. They're like. It's like the matron used to say. Spiders are just pissed off flies without wings.
Well, except they have except they're huge, and they have legs, and they jump and crawl. Oh, I don't like
Hey,
them.
hey, there's no spiders around here right now.
Okay.
And so,
Clemens will protect you.
I have to ask, are you guys moving onwards after a brief bit of recuperation? Just so I can figure out what's
Yeah, I think so, yes.
happening ahead.
We told Xavier we'd continue, so.
You told him that, yes. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to. That's why I'm making sure I've got an idea.
Take a vote.
I'm asking for the sake of so I have a correct understanding. So if it's a ye across the board.
It is a ye.
There's a big fat ye.
Yay!
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yay!
so you start preparing to make a move, partly because you don't like the idea of of staying near the spider-infested forest. You don't like the idea of the Judge Master potentially breaking the tree line and spotting you, being so close by, and also just generally not a place you want to be. And so you make your way there, being slow, being careful, being thoughtful. You occasionally have a couple of cockatrices roll past you in a ball-like manner. One of them almost hits Mason, and he kind of just rotates it. So it's rolling towards him, and he just pokes it, and it turns and rolls away in a different direction, which is kind of comical. And it's about 8 hours later. Dawn is breaking, but you manage to get to Veritas. Though you imagine that's more than likely because you've been traveling a lot faster than you expected, because you're all kind of hopped up on adrenaline and anxiety right now.
The statement of the year.
Yeah, you're definitely in a possession. In a position. There we go. English is definitely my first language.
Ooh,
That's not even sarcasm, it is. I'm just really bad at talking. You get there. You find a nice little inn. Mason puts down some money for the room. So I need to spend 30 gil off of this boy. But gets you all a room, and you get some proper rest.
Honk me. Honk me. Honk me.
And so it's now the 6th of January, 68 AR.
Is it bed and breakfast?
It is not.
No. Okay.
This inn that you've got a room at is quite small. And as you awaken and get yourselves ready for the next day, you're aware that you now have to figure out how in the fresh hell you're going to find Xavier. Because you agreed on a rendezvous point. You never agreed on any sort of call sign.
We'll just kind of wander around, I think.
Yeah?
I have a couple of ideas.
What would those ideas be?
Why
Mark.
did you sigh when you
Because
said that?
there are many different ideas that went through my head trying to figure out what you're considering. And also I had to exhale. Because the way I'm talking,
We're in an inn on the way there, right? We're not there yet.
you're there. You're in
there.
the
Okay, sorry.
You spent 8 hours that night traveling from point A to point B. So imagining you were pretty close there to begin with. This is also because the DM has not sat there like a nerd and figured out the exact amount of time it would take to travel there on foot.
Well, the first thing we work out is try and find some sort of information center and try and find out whether Crystal are here, or if any of the judges or whatever are here, so we know if we can just walk around
No.
unfazed.
Yeah.
Because if we walk around unfazed, then we can make ourselves very obvious to find for Xavier.
Well, I mean,
If there's people hunting us down in the city, then we have to be very subtle about what we do.
from what you understand, the situation in Gapra was a once-off. And you have a sneaking suspicion that the person that was looking for you was not necessarily evil by nature. That much you've understood from listening in.
True, we don't know if he's the only person looking for us.
Then your best bet will be to speak to the local law enforcement.
Won't just be like, hey, are you looking for us? Are we
Well,
wanted?
There is a bounty board.
Yeah, there's only wanted posters.
Yeah, there are like bounty boards and wanted posters. Sorry, I probably should have been a bit more elaborate on that.
Ah,
I
we'll,
think we
we'll
should
check
know that we
those.
shouldn't all at once go up to the bounty pool.
So who are you sending then? Oh, okay.
I
We
volunteer.
have a volunteer for tribute. Is anybody else going with?
I'll go with.
Okay. So Marcel and Scoria. Take the 5-second silence as just those two. Cool.
Yes.
I have an idea for when they get back.
Smaller group the better. So the two of you go out into the town of Veritas.
What's the town of Veritas like?
It's relatively basic, all things considered. It's an open town with a few largish walls. There seems to be a lot more, I want to say, your traditional like straw thatched buildings. Like your straw roofs, your wooden stone like walls. Almost think like your atypical Skyrim town. If you want something to kind of envision in your head.
Dude, Whiterun.
Yeah, I guess something of that equivalent. Because actually, yeah, that's a good. I should just use Skyrim as like a reference for things because I know I'm pretty
Single
sure everybody has played
neurodivergent
it.
person has not played
Skyrim
Skyrim.
is a great. I actually have never played it, but I've watched enough people
What?
play it. I understand.
Close enough.
Good enough.
Skyrim or seen anyone
Good
play
enough.
it.
I played it
I
so
know
many
that thing.
fucking times that I'm just there and I'm like, ugh,
Wait.
Ulfric Stormcloak
I
Daddy.
Don't. No, we're not doing Rim references. So, just picture the stereotypical housing structure as kind of like what this place is built up like. Just if that helps you picture it in your head. So the two of you go off towards the bounty board, and you realize your faces are nowhere on this.
Okay,
Oh, that's
that's
good.
good.
You do,
In
however,
Xavier's.
Can I check the back of the board?
you're not
I'm
there.
not there.
Oh shit, I'm not here.
You
Bro.
didn't
No.
say that. You didn't say.
He left time for you to come with, but you said nothing.
You
So
do
Oh, I
notice.
dissociated, so I
That's
just
valid.
assumed I tagged along.
I mean, if you wanna tag along, I can retroactively make that a thing.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Mocha will be.
I would have said yes.
Okay, well then, retroactively speaking, we will say that Mocha has been here, and she's just kind of mentally T-posed and followed Marcel and Scoria.
Pretty much.
So, you do check. Your names are nowhere on this list. It's almost like they've got a list of people there. They've got arrest warrants for up on this wall. You do find Xavier's name listed as dead.
Hey, Xavier's name's listed as dead on here. What's that about?
huh.
What do you mean dead?
Point out specifically where it says that.
Right here.
And as you point at it,
I see.
and both Marcel and Scoria look at that bit of paper, you notice that the contract / bounty on this individual's head has been concluded within the last month, and the individual has been slain, and the bounty has been collected.
How long ago were we Helga taken?
About a month ago, give or
Do you
take a week or so.
Do you think that maybe they think that Xavier was killed when they took Matron?
That does not make a whole lot of sense, because he was not wanted criminal at that point.
But also, wasn't he? Wasn't the assassin that attempted to? Well, stabbed him in the gut.
I mean,
True.
unless the Xavier we know isn't actually Xavier, but someone else using that name?
I am not sure, but first of all, I want to have a look at this. Marcel wants to have a look at this wanted poster.
Or
To inspect it, to make sure it's not an illusion.
for whom? For Xavier?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
What is Florian Glycon doing?
Florian is currently rotating himself on the Roll20 for reasons
rotating.
unbeknownst to me.
How do you do that?
Wait, where did it go? Fuck. Where's? Oh, there it is. Thank fuck. I was like, I can't
on.
rotate him. He's stuck upside down. There
Click
we
on
go.
your own token, there
How
should
do
be
you-
a little click thing above it that allows you to rotate them.
This is so fun.
You might have to zoom in a little bit to spot it.
Look at him go.
Hold on.
He's doing.
I don't have it.
Sorry.
What? This is bullshit. I
might
want
be
to
It's a little-
rotate.
It's
It
a little
might be to
blue
the top
circle.
right. Yeah, it's a little blue circle.
Oh, the blue circle. Hang on.
It's literally
Enter a
blue
value
circle.
into the box. Well, that's my mana box.
No.
Oh, it's hidden underneath Scoria. Scoria, get your fat fucking ass out of the way.
Anyway, if you could stop rotating yourself, please.
I refuse.
I just
Okay.
I just start describing everything upside down. No. So
So we really are in Australia.
no, that's
Oh,
the closest
Oh my
Australia
God.
joke you could make is the underworld because it was.
You
is-
literally had the big fucking spiders and now are upside down. You're not making a good fucking case, Chi.
I mean,
bro.
Anyway,
D&D is set in Australia. You can't change my mind.
mine changed. Illicit
Shit.
I don't know. Illicit joke here. So you take the poster.
whatever insight on it, wisdom, or what would I do?
I wouldn't get you to do that because you look at the back of it and realize that the person who has claimed this bounty is.
Is it these nuts?
You recognize the name, yes. As the the bounty has been turned in by Donald, Edgar, Ethan, Zoris, Nigel, Umbrish, Trevor, Silvus.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Do you want to roll an insight check? I will give this exclusively to Marcel because you are the closest person to Xavier at this point in time.
We'll roll an insight check. One of two things is true here. Either this is an entirely illusory wanted poster, or the mad motherfucker somehow managed to cash in his own bounty as a fake person. Because he is capable of doing that. Insight. Was it insight? What was it rolling?
It was insight, yes.
15.
Yeah, he's done exactly that. He has managed to use his illusory abilities to turn in his own bounty by essentially presenting his own dead remains using his illusion magic, and has convinced the guardian of the town that Xavier Everest is deceased.
Which means he is here.
It has been turned in within the last 24 hours. So yes, he's definitely here.
I guess the best way is to just get him to find us. He is, after all, an assassin. They are good at tracking people down. If we are not at risk, all we have to do is not be too subtle, and he should find us.
So with this revelation, would you like to return back to the inn to let the others know that Xavier is definitely here and has made it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to leave
Christ,
it.
do I have to get like up into my mic just to speak?
Yes. Put the mic in your mouth.
Don't do
Swallow
that.
Do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We've learned from when I did this that this is a terrible idea. You will end up with foam on the inside of your mouth, and it's really unpleasant.
Pussy. Do it.
Don't do the pussy.
No.
Let me hear the noises of your throat.
T-O-S.
Excuse me?
Mocha, you are like silenced for the next
Your
minute.
speaking privileges have been revoked.
For the next minute.
Dang.
Okay, so you guys go back to the inn.
Singing.
Mute.
You go back to the inn, and I'm just going to get you guys to briefly just basically pass the information on with each other, talk to each other, because I need to pee real quick. I will be right back.
Yeah. Hello.
Let's discuss.
So he is fine. And we know this because we found a wanted poster with his name on it that has been turned in by one D's nuts.
Well, what if these nuts is real? And
I don't think
Hey,
these
don't-
nuts is real.
what if he's
Wasn't
real and he kills
that-
these?
Wasn't that the illusion that we saw back at the Dragon
Yeah.
Den?
Yes, it
It
was.
could have been an illusion of a real person.
Of a real person, but really? Someone like that, Xavier, taking that to be his alter ego?
No, he thought the joke was very, very funny, and also it probably was an indication. It was two things. It was one, to get the bounty off of his head, two, to get the money for it, and three, to let us know that he is here.
So he made someone such a polar opposite of himself.
Why is he polar opposite? Never mind. So yes, all we really have to do is wait for him to find us.
I can scry on him and then see if I can get information about exactly where he is from that.
Yes, knowing him, he's probably been with us the entire time. But yes, good idea.
Just standing in that corner waiting to make some kind of dramatic entrance like he did before.
That would be Xavier, if you're here, enter before I start scrying because it's an hour-long spell.
This feels like the fucking like when you're like, if there is anyone in the room with us, let yourself be known. Let's get the Ouija board out. Let's get the Ouija board, guys.
You missed the Ouija
Let's
board.
get the Ouija board out. We'll go over Xavier's deceased
Maybe let's
spirit.
not.
Did
So
you hear any of that?
I didn't, but I heard if there is a presence in the room, let yourself be known. There is a very loud knock on the door. like a
Mocha
solid
screams.
boom, boom, boom.
Well, that's not
Sound.
sexual, is it? Who is it?
I hide behind Hugmug.
It is silent.
Housekeeping.
Well, that's
Who's
very
going,
my
good.
God!
Who's going to open the door?
I
Seven to see
open the
spirit.
door.
Okay,
Sounds like Scoria is going to open the door.
I mean, sure. You open the door, and you're met with the color green.
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 As you look up and realize that there is an absolute fucking unit of an orc standing in the doorway,
Oh,
and you're
What?
Didn't it?
Mocha, shush.
She's so gay.
No, that's
Oh.
not his name. It's Dardy.
Oh, this is fucking great. And so there's this absolute fucking unit of an orc. Like, you're surprised that you're no longer surprised after a moment that he fills the doorway. You're surprised that he's managed to get into this building.
Yes? Can we help you?
Hello.
Name.
oh, let me talk to him in Orcish.
Sure.
I'm gonna say, hello, what is your name? I'm Hugmog. We are just,
And he
it's
responds,
Mocha.
and this is in Orcish, he responds, "My name's Yes, because that's what you're going to be screaming." And he does finger guns at you.
Is this a sexual reference?
And
Or...
even though I can't understand what's being said, Marcel is going to turn to Scoria and say, "That is definitely him."
oh, do you have, what do you, what are you here for? You looking for something, someone,
And
maybe?
Yes points at Sorry, I just looked at the roll 20. Rotate yourself vertically, madam.
Sorry.
Oh,
I see you
don't
sideways. Vertical.
I'm honing on to Scoria.
No.
We only have 1 degree of freedom in this chat.
What the fuck?
It's because I see it and it like sets off like the non-existent OCD that I have in my system.
But Brian can rotate himself again.
I see that and go.
No, he isn't.
I will disable your permissions on these tokens.
No, please,
No, don't do that.
I will block you from your token.
No.
You're silly goosing too close to the sun.
Please kill us.
Anyway,
People are
so-
rotation.
Anyway, so Yes points at Marcel and goes, "I'm here to dance."
Hello, Xavier.
Oh, come on, it's not funny if you don't react. And this absolute unit of an orc flickers and the illusion fades. Come on, that was supposed to be funny.
It was funny. You just need to try harder if you want to get me.
Oh,
I mean, I don't have
flirting
to
with
play.
me.
I mean, you're...
Also, hello. It's good to know you are okay.
I fail to see the problem here.
I'm going
And
to
we-
give you a hug.
Because of transforming, don't you?
And as you come over, he crouches down, his arm hooks underneath your rear, and he basically lifts you off the floor. And almost
you can
holds you.
speak Orcish.
And Xavier blinks at you, Hugmug. I'm half orc. Do you think these muscles just appeared one day?
Yeah, I didn't really think that through.
That is fair. It is not exactly obvious outside of physique that I am a half orc. Anyway, we happen to have a friend. And as he's like, basically has Marcel like held up like a sack of potatoes. Are you going to cuddle me or what? Because then otherwise I'm going to put you down.
Oh, yes, yes, and he gives him a hug.
Bottom.
He's bright red.
Wow! Wow!
Oh.
Anyway,
okay.
speaking of gifts, and he steps to the side.
So, what do I think my number is going to be? Continue.
And a very familiar face walks into the room.
It's a Bodian man.
No. It's a woman.
Please,
A
please.
woman?
LaShawn,
A woman.
I will hit you.
Holy shit, a woman?
Please, please.
Name
Yes.
a woman.
Crossing my fingers and my toes.
A woman.
Oh,
A woman that, Florian, you recognize. It's Sabrina.
Oh my god!
Big Florian has a stalker.
And you get about halfway through your oh my god before you are pounced upon and hugged. Your ability to breathe is non-existent. As you are slam bam between those mam jams.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
No! Cease!
I'm in mourning.
And so it's a slightly sweet moment before she realizes that she's suffocating you, Florian. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I have strong lungs, don't worry.
Duly noted. Lovely to see you, though. I'm
so happy to see you.
I just couldn't be bothered to deal with the Marigold Noble's bullcrap anymore. So I decided, you know what, fuck it. I have better things to do with my time, and well, here I am. I thought I'd come and pay you a visit.
Did you find us?
Well, you said I got a letter recently. I asked where it was sent from, and I thought I would drop in and do a surprise visit. And the closest place to get an airship in just so happens to be from let me find the actual name of the city. Just so happens to be from Gemland. So I thought I'd follow the pathway down to Veritas, and then from what I'm aware, you were getting a boat to Badsel, so I thought I'd meet you halfway, but I guess you got here before I did. And she sits down and basically kind of sits Florian on one leg, so he has the opportunity to either shuffle into her lap, to sit on her lap, or he is capable of getting off and sitting on the chair next to her himself. Basically, you have options, Florian. Judge them as you please. Xavier puts Marcel down. You are a bloke lit in the face. Are you quite alright?
I'm fine. I know what you're talking about. Just happy to see you. I was worried. He's like turning his face away.
Oh, that's adorable. Anyway, whilst the little mouse is having a moment, come here, you dumb fuck. And you watch as Xavier gives Mason a hug. They pat each other on the back and just chuckle. They look at each other with like a look of knowing and just chuckle at one another. As Mason basically gives Marcel a little pat on the back. It's like it's okay. It's fine. Xavier looks at the rest of you. So, how was getting here? I heard the gunshot.
We fell out.
Did you see the rocks falling from the sky?
No. I was a little bit too busy trying not to get stabbed by the judge.
Did you get stabbed?
Well, let's just say that penetration isn't exactly an unfamiliar friend of mine. No, he didn't stab me. He missed. multiple times. It was quite embarrassing. Turns out his anti-illusionist measures was in a little illusion scroll of his own. Which I have to ask, was it used on you by any chance? And he
Yes.
looks at Scoria. Are you okay, like, emotionally speaking?
The scorer doesn't respond and just blinks.
I'll take that as a no. Well, there is some good news to walk away from this with. And that is that I happen to have encountered somebody along the road that might be of some help to us.
Okay.
There was a
By the
gent,
way, what did the judge look like?
a bull guy with horns and armor.
Yes, we encountered him. He almost spotted us. It
But,
seems like he came to check on us after we fell. He seemed very concerned.
well, turns out he's not a bad guy. He was fed a load of bullshit, and once I explained to him what the fuck was going on, he was like, oh. Well then, that is unfortunate. We'll have to fix that. Turns out they didn't get given the whole story. Ironic, am I right?
Certainly.
Ah.
So our names
Like
are
me
clear?
the cruel mysteries.
So our names are clear?
Oh, okay. Good. There is also a couple people I would like to introduce you to. They're old people that I've encountered before. One of them was staying in Vemos whilst we went through. Come on, I'll come and I'll introduce you to them.
Okay.
Okay,
Marcel follows.
And he seems very nonchalant, as though you didn't just spend the last 24 hours fearing for your existence. And as you're getting up to follow along, Florian, you're offered a piggyback.
I accept the piggyback.
You are given a piggyback. As we head off into the town. So, you are taken to a small gazebo out in the town. Appears to be in a large garden of sorts. Where you meet two people. One of them appears to be a rather interesting large gentleman that has star-shaped pupils and a rather large maw. Appears to be a cross between something ursine and something you're not quite immediately familiar with.
Oh, it's the strangest physical description you've given for a character so far.
Is it? I mean, there's a couple of traits there that I've just dropped that might give an idea as to what the other side of the equation is.
Not a clue.
To one of our party members. Well, two, technically, because one of them's the artist. The other being a
Oh shit.
nods in response to the question. The other being a somewhat shorter, draconic woman.
We're being introduced to this here, we are.
Yes.
Hello. I am Marcel. Who are you?
And the woman introduces herself. My name... You'll get eventually.
Okay.
I'm playing with you, darling. The name is Astra. Named after a particularly important historical figure.
Okay. It is nice to meet you, Astra. And you are...
Well, depends on what you want to call me. But you can just call me Silas.
Silas. Nice to meet you, friend. Xavier said you would have information that is useful to us. Also, is anyone else going to introduce themselves?
Hello, I'm Hawkmark. And I don't like spiders, we found out today. It's lovely to meet you.
I'm Florian. Nice to meet you.
Mocha, hi.
Hello, I am Squaria.
Well, pleasure to meet you both. Pleasure to meet you lot. I must say, it is wonderful to meet you in particular. And the Ursine Quo looks at you, Mocha. What do you say you and I go and get some lunch together?
Wait, lunch? You mean like free food?
Yeah.
Can I go, guys? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Please, 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 please.
I'll pay for lunch for everybody if you like.
He's gonna pay for lunch, please!
Yes, we heard. Calm down. Breathe. In and out. Just like we practiced. Come on.
Okay.
Yes, we gladly accept your invitation. I think. Looks around everybody else.
Not.
I accept on their behalf. It's okay. Let's go.
Okay.
She volunteers to serve you.
So, as you're making your way, I have to remember what the actual thing is. This is where Lupus forgets what he was doing.
Dude, Mocha will sell out like the CIA secrets for a sandwich. Like, don't tell her anything.
Uh-huh.
Assassination technique. She broke out with a grenade in it.
And so you end up going to this rather nice. Words
Rather
failed
nice.
me. You end up going to this rather nice sandwich joint. Not like the smokable joint, but like the one I felt the need to specify. There was no confusion there.
Getting high, guys.
Yeah, I'm having a day.
No!
I'm
Not
having a day.
manipulated.
No. High Marcel would be nightmare fuel to try and figure out what the f is going on there. Anyway, so you end up going to the sandwich shop.
If you were to return George the Space Giraffe.
No. I'm not dealing with George the Space Giraffe again. We're just not. DM trauma. So you end up getting some sandwiches there. And whilst you're there, you get properly introduced to Silas. The draconic woman seems a bit less interested in social interaction. But the the crew man seems very, very interested in talking
So,
to Mocha,
oh,
primarily. But he seems to have quite an interest in her.
so what brings you into town?
Well, happened to hear that an old friend of mine had got buggered up, taken out, and I was hoping to grab these nuts. The guy who's posted, and you can see Xavier chuckling to himself. Hey, what's so funny? I will tell you another time. Anyway, I just come back from getting my most recent little bit of tech, as I'm gonna call it. And he points to a rather large backpack. I've got a I believe you would know it as a backpack of holding. As he reaches in and essentially pulls out the head of a full scale behemoth.
Okay.
I like to dress up as different monsters. It's really cool, especially when you use polymorph magic. Use a little bit of that, and together, and you're pretty convincing. I had fun chasing around some borbs, or the cockatrices, the other day.
That's certainly an interesting pastime.
Oh yeah. You'd be surprised how many people take a different kind of interest in the polymorphing stuff. They're like, you should polymorph into a plant, and I'm like, why would I be a plant? Weird shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So where are you guys headed? Anywhere fun?
We are headed to. Looks like a note.
Yeah. My brain's
Eldoris.
We are heading to a place where it's all fun.
Eldaris. Well, interesting. What's taking you there? It's the city of Farsi, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. We're looking for my parents.
Or did you get lost?
I guess you could say that, like 20 years ago.
Oh. So it's like a really unfortunately long game of hide and seek.
Maybe.
Well, you know, I guess.
It is a 20-year-long trek to the lost and found.
I like your sense of humour, kiddo.
Thank you.
And he turns his eyes to Mocha. And how exactly is a young lady like you doing? You know.
Well, you know, wandering around, trying not to be hungry, failing at not being hungry, eating more food, still being hungry. Mostly just being hungry. That's what I'm doing.
Interested. You ever consider going to your homeland at all? Assuming that you're like the rest of these.
My homeland, I don't really know much about that other than what my matron told me. But I haven't really thought about it. I mean, we've never really gotten too far from where we started, so the thought of going all the way over there feels kind of unimaginable.
Well, that just means you got a lack of imagination there, love. Tell you what, we'll have to if you guys ever ever come back this way, I happen to own a house in the big fuck off settlement. And he basically waves his hand at the big fucking wall of stone that's off in the distance. Happen to
Is that the one we came from?
no. It is referring to the big settlement shaped blob on the map. Did I pin it or did I forget to again? I forgot
think
to.
The
a second
big
ago.
ass
Button.
castle wall.
I forgot to pin it again.
Yeah, you forgot
got
to
it.
pick it, mate. We're going to Quan.
which is on a different island.
Oh,
There we go. I have pinned it. Boom.
thank you.
Have I left the world
Okay.
map on the pins as well, or have I been stupid and forgotten that?
All I see is a picture of Scoria. I think I have the picture.
There are.
Many pictures, I'm aware. Yeah.
There's a. Yeah.
You probably updated it since I last saved it, let's be real.
There's a thing of Glamrock Freddy in the pins somewhere.
Yeah. There you go.
There it is. Don't look at the
Kind of
rest of the
thing of
pins.
Glamrock.
That's
Do you remember when I became the continent of Girathina?
what? Context? Oh, we'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. But that's
Mocha also likes to polymorph into continents.
Yeah.
that'd be a
I tried
fucking
to think
wild
of
polymorph
consonants,
spell.
but I said continents instead. Wait, no, I meant condiments, and then I became a continent.
Well,
Today is the Thursday.
yeah, sounds like it. I must say, you are one interesting young lady. You, seen anyone?
Wait, what? I mean, I see lots of people. Like, I see Hugmug over there and Scoria here.
Like,
And Marcel, I haven't seen Muckhug in a really long time. I don't really know what's going on with that.
well... He ponders for a moment. You ever, like dating somebody? Kind of
Dating?
Yeah.
No, I've never done anything quite like that before. I mean, I've seen Marcel and how he looks at you-know-who, but myself, not quite so much.
Well, perhaps I can invite you out on a date sometime. I'll pay for the dinner and whatever. You're welcome
paying
to
for
decline.
food. Well, if you're paying for free food, I can't really say no, can I? I'm
Well.
really hungry.
Well, the offer's there. Plus, I can show you some of the cool monster things that I collect.
You have cool monster things as well? Oh my god, guys, this guy sounds so cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
Of course. Well, when you come back round this way, and he scribbles down on a bit of paper and hands it to you. It's my address. If you ever want to come by and visit, I live in Arcadia. It's the capital city.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll come by at some point. Thanks.
Right. Come on, Astro. We better get a move on.
Marcel notices Scoria staring at him and is very confused.
Hello, Blink.
What?
Nothing.
Huh? You're just staring at me for no reason.
No reason in particular.
Okay.
Looks at Mocha, looks back at Marcel.
Should I roll a history check?
Is he gone? Is he left?
Yes.
As
Oh
the
wow, I
dragon-
really fucked that up, didn't I?
The Dragonborn lady left as well?
Yes. Both Silas and Astra have left.
Oh, that was weird.
We can never tell Mocha anything confidential.
No, I mean, we already know that though. The only way we could possibly keep things secret is by threatening to take away food, but I don't want to do that. That is
You
cruel.
wouldn't dare!
I said I don't want to do that! That would be cruel.
Well, don't do it! I'll be quiet, I promise!
Yeah, come on now. I mean, at least she is Are you considering dating the man? He seems like a nice guy.
I don't think she knows what that means.
I mean, he seems nice. I've never really thought about that sort of thing before. I've never met really other people outside of you guys.
Mason has a
Oh,
big smile on his
wow.
face. You want me to be your dating coach? I got plenty of stuff that I know about from Mimar and my 7 brothers and sisters.
Oh yeah, Belle will be really good at that. Please, yeah, please help.
Of course. I'll sit down with you sometime soon and we'll figure it out.
You're the
I
best,
guess that
Mason.
means we'll be heading to Arcadia at some point.
I mean, only if you guys are okay with it.
Well, I mean, there is a couple of things we could procure from Arcadia, so it could be worth going.
Why
We'd
do I
have a-
have a feeling that we were told to avoid Arcadia, but I don't remember when?
I think it was something to do with not pissing off the judges.
Oh, yeah, well, we already did that and then didn't do that, so I think we're fine.
Well,
We're neutral with them now, right?
the
You sorted that?
the actual bounty that was put down on us was a private hire, and the fact that the supposed crime that took place actually happened on a different island means that it is completely outside of their jurisdiction.
So we are not wanted for being T-words.
No.
Okay.
We're not going to spontaneously explode or murder people for the sake of doing it. I mean, I would. A few months ago, I would have, potentially. I remember...
Sci-fi.
What? Hey, I killed a guy over a sandwich because, okay, the sandwich was poisoned.
Brutally offensive.
What?
Say
What? And Xavier looks confused as to why people are so surprised that he killed someone over a poisoned sandwich. What?
Did you
Oh,
poison the
that's
sandwich? Or did
extreme.
someone poison your sandwich?
Someone poisoned my sandwich.
Oh, that is fair.
And I was really looking forward to it as well. You know, like the really fancy sandwiches they get with like the really good quality cheese.
Xavier, don't talk about food right now.
What? She's eating.
Wait. There's more kinds of food?
I was talking about that one time somebody poisoned my sandwich like 4 years
Don't
ago.
want to poison
There is no such
sandwich.
thing as poisoning a sandwich. It is only adding more delicious ingredients. And if your stomach can't handle that, then that's on you! Sorry, I got a bit
Well,
excited there.
in this case, it definitely would be poisoned because it was specifically laced with a particular type of poison. And he's sitting there contemplating, trying to remember the name of it. This is also the DM trying to remember what the actual name of the poison is that he's thinking of.
Cyanide, hemlock,
No.
Arsenic.
arsenic,
Nitroglycerin.
Brazil,
Nitroglycerin.
Brazil nuts!
You just chew down on it and just blast your jaw off.
It's just a pipe bomb in
where
the
is it?
sandwich.
Xavier,
It's just a sandwich pipe bomb.
what kind of poison?
Belladonna.
Yeah.
I do believe.
Nightlock.
Oh, what was
Is
it?
it-
It
Just
was
mushrooms.
It was a mixture of, I think it was called mallet and essence of ether.
Oh.
So it would paralyze me, make me blind, and then also make me unconscious for 8 hours, which means that I am perfectly shippable. And he
That's
seems
not what kills you.
he seems
Jesus,
a
I don't-
bit too
Well, we quite enjoy you in your not shippable state that you're in right now.
Everyone's shippable.
everybody is shippable. But and he looks at Scoria. And you notice a smile on his face, as though he is questioning whether or not he should do a thing that would potentially be quite funny.
Do it.
He's potentially questioning
If he
shivering.
summons these
Oh, yeah.
nuts right now,
Do it!
I will ship these nuts.
But do you give him an approving smile or not, or anything of that caliber?
a nod.
And he leans down and whispers something into Marcel's ear.
Okay.
That gets typed into your ideas chat.
Please look at my screen so you can read the thing.
And it goes back to eating a sandwich.
Should I be scared?
Oh, that is too easy. Hey,
Yes, you should be sad.
it is at least he looks happy devouring his beef sandwich. And
Make eye
Xavier's just
contact.
grinning.
Does Xavier make eye contact with Mason?
Mason is also smiling because they're just. He's having a little bit of entertainment, just winding Marcel up just a little bit. And you spend a little time here at the sandwich shop, just relaxing and recuperating.
Eating.
And eating, yes. To the point where there are some special ingredients in a couple of these sandwiches that restore your hit points and your MP back to their full state. The benefit of magical fruits and vegetables that exist in this world. So please...
So she gets 2,000 temporary hit points.
Fuck no.
Add back by 3 MP.
So please fully restore your HP and MP. That would be gracious, and delicious, and wonderful.
Oh, someone's cooking a fucking Chinese downstairs.
Oh my god. Mocha, you got it. There we go. I saw the hashtag.
Don't talk about the hashtag, that's my number.
Yaw. Okay.
Yeah?
Yonk. Anyway. Weird noises aside. I have to figure out math. Fuck.
You gotta figure out FNAF.
The math.
Oh, maths.
God, woman.
Look, man,
Math is not hard.
Matt Pat is gone. Someone needs to take up the mantle. Who better than Lupus?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
What?
No. I think I would sooner perish. Anyway.
That's just a theory.
A lupus theory. Anyway.
A Lupus. Oh, fuck
I'm
you!
moving on theory.
No.
Please stop. I platonically respect you guys, but I will drop kick all of you. No.
Surprised you had any respect for us after this session.
I mean, that's... I'll debate it. I'll debate
That's my fun.
it. Anyway. So, you move along back to the inn, and spend your time preparing yourselves mentally / emotionally / Marcel, rotate yourself correctly.
Okay.
Figuring out the quickest way to get to Eldaris. Because, yeah, you could just beeline straight there. You could go to Patalia. You could go to Aetheris. You could make
Frogs?
Not with the frogs. Definitely not with the frogs.
I'm not going to be a frog again for a while.
Really? We don't want to do that again?
No.
And
Went so well the first time.
yeah, it mostly worked aside from the one illusory thing, meaning that things went a bit tits up.
And the sniper.
Primarily that and the illusory thing bullshit, yeah. The 7 of you are 70? Yeah, 70. Look at me doing math. Are sitting together just relaxing, enjoying some peaceful time, where you're not having to run around like mad men and women. And Florian, most of the time that you're in this room, because Sabrina's still hanging out with the rest of you, she's just gently petting your head.
Yay.
Like I'm picturing Florian just kind of like head rested on her thigh, and she's just like petting your head.
Yeah.
It's cute. So you're trying to figure out what your best move is going to be from here. Because once you get to Eldaris and you encounter Florian's parents, you're going to have to figure out where you're going to go from there. Whether you go to Elderberg on the island of Kraknes, whether you go to the island of Guayadan and travel to Runswick, or if you go to the island of Srencan and go to Queequan. Because you don't really have much information on what these places are like. And you can't really make a really well-informed decision without the information that you may need. What are you laughing about?
Oh, it's just a thing that Florian put in the chat.
Oh.
I'm swamped with bruises. That was way too much damage.
Yeah. Nearly croaked.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway.
That was ages ago. How far are you scrolling?
I was scrolling to try and remember where our actual original planned route was.
Well, I put it in my ideas chat, so it was Mistos, Viemos, Gapra, Veritas, Aetheris, Eldaris.
So we're going to Aetheris then. If
Yeah.
we're following the original plan.
So, do you guys want to spend some time here looking up some information on the other 3 locations that you are eventually going to go and visit?
Yeah.
So, Elderberg, Runswick, and Queequan.
Also on this point,
Mhm.
how long will it take for us to get to Eldaris?
To get to Eldaris or to Aetheris. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Which one?
Eldaris.
Eldaris. You reckon maybe a day or 2, depending on whether you go...
Oh.
You'd say maybe take you a couple of days if you go directly to Eldaris. And that's assuming travel conditions are good. So you're more likely looking about 3 or 4 days, because you've got to factor in like bad weather, potential monsters along the way.
We've got plenty of rations.
Yeah.
We want to fight at least some monsters, don't we? Because part of our objective is to get strong enough to go down to the underworld.
What you don't want is a surprise behemoth charging at you from down the hill.
No. So
So you
I guess
probably
we'd
be
also be
avoiding
studying what monsters are there to see what things we can take on and what things we can't.
Which is why I'm asking if you'd like to do a little bit of research on the areas you're going to
Yes.
as well.
Duh.
Steal Xavier's phrase. Are you all going to look at the same place, or are you going to kind of distribute your research amongst each other? And if so, who is looking at what? Somebody else can compile this list. Love hearts.
I am looking for my pencil.
Valid.
I'm gonna be looking for stuff about Elderberg. I don't even know how to pronounce it, and I will forget.
That's fine.
Queen cry. Christmas.
So Scoria is looking at Elderberg. Mocha, Marcel, Hugmug, Florian, what are you guys gonna have a look at?
To be honest, I really
Cry.
forgot what the options were.
You can have a look at You can have a look at Karos to try and figure out what you might encounter along the way, or any particular monsters of interest you might want to fight.
Yes, I will do that.
Or the other options for different islands to have a little research into are Scoria just reposted them from the pins.
Also have a look at
Ooh.
Shrinkan.
Okay, so Mocha is having a look at the Srinkan.
See the 4+1.
Oh,
Oh.
so,
Sudden boyfriend
sorry,
is sudden.
he
It's
just.
fine.
Sorry, he's. Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh dear.
You're good.
Apologies.
Spontaneous boyfriend is spontaneous, don't worry. So Scoria is looking at Elderberg, and I'm guessing Kreitner's as well, because island.
Cry.
It's alright. If you want me to write
Okay,
out the
we're good.
If you want me to write out how to pronounce it, I'm more than happy to. I'm aware that some of these names are not
Yes.
inherently helpful.
Do it.
So Mocha is looking at Strankan. I'm guessing you're looking at Queequan as well.
Yes.
Okay, Florian, what are you researching, if anything? Pardon you.
Can I like try and find like routes between each of these places? And
Yeah. So you'll be looking up the travel routes between
Yeah.
Veritas and the surrounding towns.
travel routes between well, we're going to Eldaris, so Eldaris and Elderberg, or Eldaris and runs all of those.
Right, so you're looking at travel... Okay, so we'll go from...
You're basically looking at analysis.
Yeah,
Kind of.
basically. Atlas plus booking.com.
Yeah,
Jet to
roadmap.
holiday.
Don't you dare.
Ooh.
The world has an aerodrome that you can look at the travel schedules and maps for.
Right now.
How many of us is that? Is there 6 of
There's
us?
7 of you.
That's £350 for a family of 7.
God!
Bitch.
No!
Nothing beats a
That's
jet
£20
to
off for a
holiday.
family of
No.
neurodivergents.
Yeah,
come
because we booked the
Anyway.
flights.
Hugmug.
Yeah.
Hugmug, what are you researching? If you're researching anything, you can choose to
I
just...
don't know.
Is there anything of particular interest to you that you may want to have a look at? You are more than welcome to take some time on this. I can go and poke Marcel in the face instead to get his response, if you'd like a few seconds to think.
Hugmug needs to de-stress.
Valid.
Hugmug wants to sit and just contemplate his existence and the
Okay.
spiders.
I'll
Maybe you
contemplate
could
the spiders.
research to see if there's any upcoming bosses or monsters that he's might be deathly afraid of.
Yeah. So so Hugmug is intending to contemplate his existence and then do some research on some potential upcoming monsters that could be threatening during your adventures
Yes.
to other places. Brilliant. And then
Indeed.
Marcel.
Marcel was going to be looking at monsters that we can potentially fight to increase our strength.
Okay.
Yes, I can also look up things about wire then.
Pick one.
Okay,
Because
so I'm going to
because
pick
they're
one,
two-
so it's the first one.
The first one. I'm saying pick one because that will mean that you're doing a lot more research than everyone else, so you may miss out on details that other people find.
Okay.
So, I've put the list down. Anybody wishes to contest that, or if I've fucked something up along the way,
Playing existence.
do let me know. Mocha's got food.
In
That's fair. Okay, so
real life.
roll me a. I'm gonna say intelligence check. All of you,
Smart boy.
and I guess
Smart time.
I'm gonna roll for Mocha.
It's big brain time.
Mocha has been rolling amazingly the whole day, and I just rolled a 19 on the dice for her. Good fucking lord. Like, when Mocha rolls consistently well, but when it's bad, it's fucking bad. Okay, so. Are you quite alright there? Okay, you're just making weird noises at me. Sorry, I just looked to the side, and it's like, you know that, like, the fish meme where it's, like, head on. Same sort of
There's
energy.
many fish memes where it's head on. Anyway, I rolled a
That's who's
24.
using their
A
duo.
24. Okay, Marcel used 24. It's a 24. Mocha rolled a 22. Lorian?
I used a do-over to get a 14.
Okay.
It was a 1 before.
Hugmug,
An unnatural 20.
which is what total? Oh, unnatural 20. Fucking
Unnatural
ignore me.
20,
Ignore me.
yeah.
I'm being a dipstick.
Ah,
And Scoria.
It's okay.
15.
15. Okay. Who would like to go first in finding out what information they've been able to uncover?
Me.
You. Okay. So, your research on Elderberg and the island of Kreitners is that it has a rather large draw to a lot of dark energies of the world. It is where the shadow crystal is rumored to exist, and it is the one island that seems to have an unfortunate occurrence of naturally forming undead creatures due to the large amount of shadow shadow energy and negative energy that exists around the island, undead naturally form. And don't worry, I'll probably go back through the session recording and write out what I'm spewing.
Yeah.
To get to Elderberg, it is a little bit of a trip. For the actual city itself happens to be smack bang in the middle of an undeath desert. Think desert, but grey, and full of dead things, like living dead.
Right.
That was the perfect time to time over. Yeah, for real. And a lot of the best travel routes tend to end up going through either the town of Devono or the town of Delamore. However, if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous and aren't afraid of the desert or things like death manticores or other fun things, you can travel directly from the city of Labert and travel from there to Leclerc and then get to Elderborg that way. However, a lot of the time it is not recommended to go here without a guide of some sort. Purely because the traditional collection of travellers are not the most combat experienced. So I guess to give you a numerical metric, most generic travellers will be around level 3 to 4. Give or take a little bit. But it is recommended to have a guide or some significant strength behind you and a means of dealing with the undead. And to deal with the high temperatures. As until you reach that undeath desert that Elderborg is located in, you do have to deal with the intense heat of the desert that tends to kill a lot of creatures because it's a fucking desert. It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Bitch gonna get crispy. I don't know why I've tried to say it like that, but it seems like it's relatively inhospitable, but that's primarily the outlands, so anything that's outside of the cities or outside of the small plains areas that do exist. It's an interesting place to exist, to say the least. But you do notice one little bit of information that does catch your eye, and that is that a lot of anima worshippers tend to travel to Elderberg as part of a pilgrimage to prove their faith to the Night Mother, regardless of whether she asks for it or not. It is also noted there are a couple of places that are recommended to visit if you're going there for tourism, that being Emavita and Sharvella. But it doesn't really list why.
Okay.
It has one of those look out for information in the next volume that the library conveniently doesn't seem to have active at this point in time because it's been rented out by somebody.
Dickhead.
Yeah. Who would like to follow that? Just mark off that I have checked for Scalia.
Just whatever you do, the notes that I wrote down, just ignore all of the terrible attempts at spelling the locations.
That's perfectly fine. You're typing and trying to keep up with the speed that I talk, so the fact you took notes is a miracle. You're fine. You're one letter out. Literally. You're good.
That clog
You're all good. Don't worry. Okay, so who would like to follow that up? I'm gonna probably do Mocha's last because she is currently having some food. So Marcel, Hugmug, Florian, anyone feel like jumping at the gate, as it were?
I'll go next.
Okay. Before Florian did.
Ha! Lose you lose, bitch.
Got me there.
It'd be really funny if I just stick my middle finger up at both of you and make Hugmark go next. Nah, I'm not that. I'm not the dude. So, Marcel, you end up doing a little bit of research on possible monsters that will be within your ability to fight. And you come up with a couple things. The wolf spider is one of them. If you manage to isolate one away from the forest, you may have an easier time with it. But when it comes to monsters on the plains, let me just check. Oh, scheisse. There are some interesting selections of things. You notice that leaf bunnies are quite common on there. There is a type of wolf, like canine lupine creature known as the knack. It seems to be quite common. You have things like gotta scroll up now because if not. You do notice things like the owl. There is the reference of a monster that likes to live near the mountains called the owlrawn. A plant creature that feeds off of the salt deposits in the mountainside. It does, however, warn you to be careful, as there are a creature known as Undergrander and the Unkeg that are giant centipede creatures that live within the mountainsides that can be somewhat dangerous to those that are not prepared for a proper fight. You also have things like adamantoises. And it mentions that they are not the... It makes a very clear definition in bold red text that it is not referring to the lungui or shallungui subspecies of adamantoids.
Would I recognize what those are?
No. Or they are... It mentions that they are a denizen of the plane of Earth and are not a common thing to see. But it's specifying between the two. But aside from that, a lot of it is like the only real threatening monster that you notice on there is a type of dragon that is referred to as the Rathalos, that has been seen popping in and out of the mountainside.
So dodge the centipedes, dodge the dragon.
So
probably dodge the turtle thing.
Your main monsters that you probably end up fighting are leaf bunnies and knacks. That are like...
What about the wolves? There
Yeah.
wolves in the book as well.
That is what the knacks are. They are wolves.
Oh, right. Confusion.
Confusion? If I pop... I think I have the token for it. I can show you. I'll pop it on the screen for you guys so you can have a look at it. That's what a knack looks like. No, expand its token. You can see. That's a knack. If you're looking at the Roll20. Large dog. And I'm gonna remove its token. Aside from that, most of the creatures are going to be smaller scale things.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay. So, fairly generic information, but it does seem like a lot of the more deadlier creatures that you may potentially find are you're going to be best off looking at monster bounty missions. That's probably where your best bet's going to be. So, Florian or Hugmug, which one of you two fine gentlemen would like to go first?
Okay, I guess so.
Okay. So, Florian, you are looking at the travel routes from Veritas to Eldaris, and you realize you can hire some carriages, or You can potentially try and hire a mage to teleport you there, but it seems to be a bit riskier than... There's a... you notice at the bottom of it, basically, there's like an asterisk small text that when you sign the contract for hiring one of these teleportation mages, they're not responsible if they drop you in the middle of the ocean. That's just a full disclaimer, for no particular reason.
Terrible service.
It seems like it's more of a thing that's recommended to do inland, rather than in locations that could potentially be waterside, because it's got a bit of leeway as to how far out it can be. However, when you have a look at the transport from the city of Eldaris to other islands, you realise that getting to Elderberg is going to be a bit of a bastard, because the best travel route to get there are 2 or 3 cities that you can access, such as Emavita, Defono, Delamore, or Labert. But most of that travelling will be on foot, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but you can understand why. It's a very inhospitable island, and trying to fly the airships over the desert can potentially mess up the magical crystal that is within the engines that help them to function at such speeds. For the island of Guayadan, it makes you smile a little bit, but also you get a bit of a glare from Xavier as you look at the page and your finger lands on the town of Hoofwick as one of the potential ways of getting in there to get to Runswick, because you can travel inland. You have places like Cordis or Mornwell. And then you notice something interesting. That Runswick is a hotspot for interplanar magic being cast. So you could, if you wanted to, hire an escort to take you through the Feywild. And as there is a portal that would pop you out directly into the middle of Runswick. So you wouldn't have to risk the pathways potentially caving in, or antlions that would potentially drag you under the soft sand, under the mountains, and consume you. Just a little bit intimidating to think about. This is where Lupus has to remember the potential locations he's already listed off, which is the first 2. Obviously, you've already been to Eldaris, or are going to Eldaris by that. Will have been to Eldaris by that point. There's not really much point in backtracking to Orcus, because there's not much you can get from there apart from going and visiting Juglug.
Or Mughug.
Mughug and
No, that was somewhere else. Was it? I can't remember.
It was on the way there. But going to the island of Srencan, you realise that there are 2 potential locations that would be quite interesting to visit here. One of them being where Mocha came from, in Queequan. And the best way to probably get there is to go by Inixu. Although it is a little bit of a roundabout trip. So it's debatable whether that's a good idea. The other one makes you smile a little bit, as you could go directly to the city of Bermesia via boat, which just so happens to be the capital city for Bermesians. Go figure. Because the names are shared. So it could be an interesting place to go to, just to see people that are similar to Marcel. If nothing else.
Lots of little Marcel turning around.
Basically, yeah. And that's about as much as you can glean from travel routes. Prices seem to vary, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Honestly. Trying to figure out what in the fresh hell you're going to do. But information-wise, you know there's travel routes from Eldaris. I presume that's the main thing that you went in to try and figure out, is if it's even possible to get from Eldaris there in the first place. Please do correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okie dokie, which means hug mug. Because I will deal with Mocha's.
Let's go.
Most of what I've just explained for travel routes for Florian is basically the same thing with Mocha, aside from don't step in the swamp. Because fucking Zolom. Big snick. So you sorry. Hugmug, after you spend some time contemplating your existence, you do end up researching on some potential monsters that might be threatening. And one of those things happens to be, if you do get a boat to Srankan, you have to time it around a certain part of the year.
Oh no.
As there is a creature that happens to reside in the ocean near the island of Wallen, where the boat would go past, called
Yes.
Diamond Weapon.
Oh, that doesn't sound very friendly.
That, when it emerges from the water, tends to destroy most ocean-bound vessels. And has been especially with the location of Diamond Weapon Mark 0 being basically Diamond Weapon but bigger and deadlier, that seems to attack Wallen once every 50 years or so. At least that's when it's predicted to next occur. And it lists off like a whole bunch of different things that happen to this city called Aquarian that you're not really familiar with. Half the city was leveled by the last time it attacked. So that's one thing that you're a little bit concerned about.
Wow, Aquarian sounds like a really sad place.
You've then got a few dangerous creatures, like the behemoth that it recommends avoiding if you're dealing with if you're going over large amounts of land, as they breed everywhere. They're all over the fucking place. It recommends avoiding any dragons if they're too big.
Ooh.
If they're above a certain size, it recommends just hard avoiding them if you're not above a certain strength level.
Right, okay.
It recommends not pissing off the gods.
Oh, that makes sense to me.
It's highly recommends avoiding going to the island of Zelaquin, like you have the plague.
Oh.
As the island is inhabited by bloodthirsty monsters known as Seath.
Oh, yeah, that sounds...
It recommends if you ever go to the island, or if you ever go to 12 Gate Island, to avoid the mountain near Honeymill as much as possible.
Oh, I wonder what could be in that mountain.
As it mentions that the mountain itself seems to be of great importance to the goddess of the harvest.
Oh, and we're not pissing off gods, so that's a pass.
Or at least that it's the way it's written. It seems like it's more of an alleged thing. There is a big marker that says that if you ever go to Girathina, avoid Lenfar. And to be cautious of the city of Myasin, as they have noticed before that some travelers will come through there that have been branded, and they mentioned an incident a few years ago, about just over a decade ago, where a gentleman appeared in their city and started damaging property after transforming into a horrific monster. But there is one place that you look at that's like, oh, this would be great. And that is the island of Calaris. As most of the monster population there is very much controlled. However, it does mention that the island is unfortunately home to some rather snotty individuals. But it does mention there's a very interesting museum.
Ooh.
So it could be an interesting place to look at. It is about the downfall of one of the biggest noble houses, and their rivals, amongst other things.
Sounds like fascinating. Well, guys, it looks like we are not traveling because traveling is not safe. So instead, we will go to Calaris and live in a museum.
It does mention that there are a few preparations you can take before traveling overseas. And one of the things that it does highly recommend is ensuring that you stock up on alchemicals like potions and ethers, and to always investigate the area around you and interact with the local populace to find out what's happening. As the guidebook's a few years old at this point, as you notice by the time and date stamps of everything. But the best way of finding out information ahead of time is to, ask the locals, as it cites many different incidents where information has unfortunately been incorrect, and you realize that there's kind of like a legal shtick going on here, where they're like, we're not responsible if you choose to ignore this warning type thing. But it gives you a pretty good idea that there are everywhere kind of has some very lethal monsters, but you have to kind of go looking for them 9 times out of 10 to find them.
I see. Right, well, let's just not summon any gods. Let's be nice, let's avoid dragons, let's avoid the sea, let's avoid the land, let's avoid...
When should
let's
we
avoid
avoid?
let's avoid the skies, let's avoid caves, Guys, I don't think we're safe anywhere.
Whoa. You really think that?
I do.
That's scary.
I think we're FUCKED'd.
I wouldn't say that yet.
And Mason's sitting there reading a book. And he looks up at Hugmug with an absolute face of horror. You don't mean we're gonna be FUCK'd? That's terrible.
I do. Well, yes, I do. There's no safe place on the entire planet. Can you
Wait.
believe that?
I mean, I can. The place is kind of
Except
dilly.
one museum in Calaris.
Well, hang on a minute. Who wrote this book? And he takes the book from you, looks at the back of it, and it's written by an author from Calaris. Well, there you go. Monster population probably there ain't tamed there. It's a bit dangerous around the place, but
Oh, great. So Calaris is a biased author. Great. So Calaris isn't safe either.
Hey,
Lovely.
well, Hugmug, take a look at this. And he shows you a big old monster compendium that you realize has been kept up to date by Xavier, because it's Xavier's book. That Xavier has not noticed that is missing from his bag. That Mason's just been casually reading next to him the entire time. And it shows specific zones where these monsters tend to inhabit. And they're quite small zones. So basically, what he's saying, just don't go all these places. And what I'm going to have to do is synopsize what Mocha's research led to in the next session, because I've just seen the time. And so we'll end the session on you guys doing some research and figuring out what your next steps are as you take some time to recuperate. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.